Welcome to a special postseason edition of the Fifth Down. I'm Travis Kozak.
And I'm Jeff Schaefer. It took 9 weeks of hard work for teams to get to this point, and with the start of the postseason, everybody begins with a clean slate.
That's right, but it's always nice to have some momentum heading into the playoffs, and there are a few teams hotter right now than Johannesburg-Lewiston. The Cards haven't dropped a game in nearly 2 months, and they're looking to continue that trend tonight against Hillman. And the home team starts off strong. Dylan Kibbe shows off his speed and his moves, cutting it in for the big first down on Joelberg's first play from scrimmage. And then a couple of plays later, Kibbe at it again. Don't worry, he'll catch up to the camera, but the Tigers won't catch up to him, and Joelberg takes the early 8-zip lead later in the first. Joelberg up 16 now. Hillman trying to get something going on offense. Michael Klein picks up 7 on the reverse, maybe get something going, but the Cards D cracks down. They have a block party knocking down Ty Jones' pass on 4th down to get the ball back. And Joelberg goes back to the ground. Why not? This time Mitch Hardy goes straight up the gut, pounding out the first down. He's a man. Look at that. Then later in the drive, the QB gets in on the ground game. Alex Payne delivers the Payne, diving in for 6. That puts Joelberg up 24. The Cards led 40-8 at the half and didn't let up in the second, cruising past Hillman 62-14.
Impressive opening for Joelberg to the postseason, and they'll take on Ski Valley Central Lake next week. The Trojans hosting Onaway tonight. This game much closer than the first time these teams played when the Cardinals lost by 31, but Onaway still falls 22-12. Up in Division 7, Whittemore-Prescott opening the postseason against Mancellona for the second year in a row. The Cards hoping to avenge last season's loss to the Ironmen, but the home team gets off to a quick start. Trevor Ackler maneuvers through the Whittemore D, plunges in. That makes it 8-0 Mancellona. The Cardinals were forced to punt, and things keep going wrong. The snap goes over the head of Jose Rodriguez. The Ironmen take over deep in Cardinal territory. They punch in another quick TD to make it 14-0. Still in the first quarter, more from the Ironmen. Ackler takes the pitch. He finds a seam again and finds the end zone again. Mancellona smacks Whittemore in the mouth early, up 22-0 in the first quarter. The Cards get a little momentum going, though. Jens Gillings options to Travis McDonald, who cuts up the Mancellona D for a big gain. That drive, though, would stall. But in the second, Whittemore finally stopped the Ironmen offense and got its own attack going through the air. Gillings finds Clay Loomis, who picks up some nice yards after the catch. Then Gillings going up top to Zach Baker for a big gain. That puts Whittemore into scoring position. McDonald punches it in and scores the 2-point conversion. So the Cardinals cut the lead to 22-8 at halftime, but they couldn't overcome Mancellona's fast start. The Ironmen go on to win 38-24. Ending Whittemore's season for the second year in a row.
Now elsewhere in Division 7, Ishpeming hosting Alcona in a showdown in the UP. The home team starting things off with a bang. Tyler Windall goes deep to Seppi Bertucci, who hauls it in and takes off. See ya, he finds pay dirt from 57 yards out, and that puts Ishpeming up 8-zip later in the first. Same score, and the Hematites take to the air once again. Eric Kostreva sets up the screen with Tyrus Millimaki. No one can smacky Millimaki. He flies in for 6, and it's 16-zip Ishpeming. Alcona tries to respond. Cody Franklin shows the boys from the lower peninsula can run too, but no avail for Alcona. On the very next play, Franklin's arm not working as well as his legs. His pass gets tipped and picked by Millimaki. He liked the end zone so much the first time, he decides he'll take another trip for 6. Ishpeming goes up 22. The Tigers outscored the Hematites 12-6 in the second half, but the first half deficit just too much to overcome as Alcona's season comes to a close, falling to Ishpeming 40-12. We already saw Hillman's season come to an end in Johannesburg.
Well, perhaps the North Star League co-champs would have better luck representing the NSL tonight. Mayo traveling to 9-0 Beal City. The Aggies, a confident bunch for this one, the top seed in the district. And Mayo didn't exactly get off to a quick start on their first play. The Bolts cough up the pigskin. Ty Rowland pounces on it. Beal City's in business. After 1 play and 2 Mayo penalties, Rowland living up to his name, rolling into the end zone to put the Aggies up 7-0. Their next possession on a 3rd down on the Bolts 25. Sam Schaefer, no relation, is going to the air, and he finds junior Ryan Tillman wide open for the touchdown. It's looking easy for the Aggies. Next Beal City drive, Schaefer keeps it himself on the 5-yard jaunt, and this game never in doubt. The Aggies cruise 62-0 over Mayo.
Now on the other side of the district, AuGres-Sims kicking off with Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart. We pick it up in the second. AuGres down 28, and Sacred Heart looking for more. Mitchell Myler airs it out to Brooks Heibel for 13 yards, and later in the drive, the Irish cash in again. Michael Heller pushes the lead to 35, and unfortunately for AuGres, they didn't stop there. After the Wolverines turn it over on downs, Myler uses his legs to help the Irish find a pot of gold, aka the end zone. That puts Sacred Heart up 42, and it was the luck of the Irish that prevailed in this one. Sacred Heart all over AuGres-Sims, 61-0.